We are the keepers of the flame, the sacred order. Let the ceremony begin.
And today, faithful acolytes, we take a look at this. And what this is from the Angry Goat Pepper Company, it is Dreams of Calypso. Calypso, the purple-haired here nymph that was in Homer's Odyssey, whereupon she held Odysseus on an island for a while. And of course, Calypso is also strongly referenced in a certain type of Caribbean music. And let's see, what do we have? And I think they are mentioning that there. It's really hard to read in this font. So this font and this color is not a great choice. We've also got, so it says here we have jerk chicken, egg rolls, ham, or ham fried rice, I'm not sure which, and pizza. And let's see, we have an artist here. Artist mentioned, you know what, that's cool. I'm kind of glad they did that. That artists deserve to be recognized. So alright, so let's see if we can parse out the ingredients here. Again, this label design choices are a little funky, but so we start with pineapple, then we have mango, yellow Scotch bonnet peppers, lime juice, vinegar, we have prepared yellow mustard, which has the usual stuff, carrots, yellow bell peppers, cane sugar, sea salt, granulated garlic, and allspice. So I had initially bought this, as I said in the written review, which is available in the description down below, as the very last mustard I was planning on doing for 2021 for my summer of mustard. And of course, if you look through the everything else playlist, you can see some of those mustards that I have done. I haven't done enough of them to do a separate playlist yet. That might be something in the future, however that comes about. Anyway, so this one I got thinking was going to be more or less a mustard, and it is not. It is more or less a hot sauce with a mustard back end flavor note. So you can see it pours really thick. It pours like a fruit-based sauce, which is essentially what this is. See, it's a very, very slow-moving sauce. It's a little bit on the thicker side, but it's really, really smooth. And you can see here, it is very mustardy looking. It sticks sticks pretty well. There's not a huge sweet component to this. I mean, it's there, but it's not, I would say, not dominant. Little bits and pieces in there. Definitely get pineapple. A little bit of Scotch bonnet, a little bit of vinegar. Definitely mustard. Mustard is a very, very strong flavor component. Heat is just extremely minimal here, though. They call it a 3 out of 10. I think I put this one at a 1. It definitely, I mean, definitely you can tell there's something there, but it's not anything that, it's not roaring or anything like that. And we'll try to see if we can get a little bit of build out of this. I've not successfully done that, where you can see I've burned through quite a bit of this bottle playing around with it, but today we have some. Alright, so if you've been paying attention, you know I'm about that grilling life in the summer. And grilling season, I like to try to get out there I don't always enjoy it, but I enjoy the product. So we've got some grilled corn here. We've got a grilled bone-in pork chop, and we've got a grilled bit of zucchini. That's what this is right here. And so, like I said this in another review. I don't recall which one it is now. There is something to be said for hot sauce on vegetables, and I try to incorporate that where I can. I will mention also this pork chop. You can see it right there. This pork chop was grilled using this as a grilled sauce. This zucchini is just a paprika zucchini. Salt, pepper, paprika, a little bit of olive oil. This was salt, pepper, butter, and it's not burnt. It actually was. So what happened is when I grill, I try to add butter after the fact. A little bit too high heat, a little bit too soft to butter, and it slid off into the grill. And of course, once you get that kind of fire going, you get that sort of city stuff on everything. So I'm not going to try this on the pork chop straight away. I think what I'm going to try this on instead, we're going to try this on the zucchini. So we're going to start with the zucchini. All I've really done is just, you can see it, hopefully you can see it, there you go. You can see I just put just some dots right along this. So we'll try the zucchini. I don't like this. I don't think this works. Usually what I will do, once I get the zucchini off the grill, is I'm going to hit it with some butter. Just melt the butter and that's it. And I love that. This one is, so the way I do these is I coat the whole thing in olive oil, and then the cut side, this flat side right here, salt, pepper, and paprika or whatever. Sometimes I do cayenne, sometimes I'll just do salt and pepper, sometimes chili powder. It varies. But what I'll do is I will put the zucchini skin side down on the grill, and I'll let that go. And you can tell when it's getting ready to flip because the sides will start to soften up. They're quite firm when you start, but they'll start to soften up. And that's when you flip it, get some of that char on the actual face side, that flat side there. And for me, I like a little bit, I don't like it to be completely soft, but I love zucchini this way. This is probably my favorite way of having it. Though with butter, not with this. This was not. Wonderful. Okay, so we now have this pork chop, and I'm just gonna add one. Oh yeah. So the bits. Oh man, that's really good. The bits where it's got caramelized with that salty pork, just really good. So I wasn't sure if it was going to be sweet enough, but I don't usually use mustards as a grilled sauce, but this came out quite well. This is why I love bone-in stuff too. You can extend the primal nature of cooking with fire into a primal eating experience by not using tools, not using fork.
Oh, is that the tender one in there? Yeah. Oh, no.
Quite good. It's not the best thing I've ever had as a grill sauce. Honestly, there's not really quite enough sugar in there to be super effective there for that, but alright, last but not least, I'll try it on some corn. Oh, I was going to try that, actually add a little extra sauce to the pork chop and I forgot. But I'll tell you this, so I slathered both sides of this when I grilled it. And that flavor with that caramelization is just gorgeous. You have to cook those, if you're going to do this with pork chops, you got to kind of use a little bit lower heat though. So this is no good. This does not work at all on vegetables. I mentioned in the review that it can be a really jarring taste, and that's kind of what you have here. You just have a huge conflict in flavors, and it doesn't work. Now, corn's really, really good. Alright, so here's the thing, you need to pick the things you want to put this sauce on. Need to be something that will go well with tropical fruit, something that will also go well with mustard. And there's some things I mentioned, some of the salads, egg salad, deviled eggs, potato salad. You see me make them throughout the series, and feel free to check any of those out if you want to see how I do those. But tropical fruit doesn't work with those things. Mustard does, tropical fruit doesn't. This needs to have a meat that actually will work with both. Now, chicken seems a natural, right? Honey mustard. This is not sweet enough at that level. Fruit-based sauces work pretty okay with, tropical fruit-based sauces rather, work pretty okay with chicken. Yellow mustard, I would say, does not. And I don't know that this would work. Honestly, yellow mustard is not something I especially like, even on burgers, particularly. So I think, for me, this is just something pork. Right? It's got to be pork, it's got to be ham, one of those two. This sauce does really, really well with those. Anything short of that, and you know, kind of mileage is going to vary there a lot, I think, though. But I really appreciate the references of the Calypso. Nothing to do with the sauce, but I like it. And I think that's really what it boils down to. They made a really interesting flavor sauce. But I think the problem with that is that sometimes it's really hard to find a food for that sauce to grab onto and to make you say, yes, that is the sauce I want for that. That is delicious, I look forward to it. And that, you know, as I go on, that's really kind of the thing I start to look for more and more. Is I want a sauce I get excited about, or sauce heads I get excited about. I go, yes, I want to eat that. Yes, I'm going to make something so I can have more of that sauces. This is not a sauce where I would say that really happens. So, but it was fun. It was an interesting sauce. Definitely Angry Goat has got some really, really inventive sauces out there. Black Bison's another one I did. Again, it doesn't speak to me as directly as I would have hoped, but you know, it's another intriguing sauce, and I like stuff like that's exciting. I like innovators, so definitely I'm going to keep kicking through some more of their stuff, and who knows, maybe I will find something that resonates a little better. But Anyway, this one was just, I guess, interesting. Interesting is the best way I can put it. So definitely, I mean, there's parts where it's solid. There's parts where I'd rather have something else. So, and I think that's kind of what I think you'd run into with the 3s and the 4s. And I think this one came in around a 4. So there you go. But anyway, there it is. Angry Goat Pepper Company's Dreams of Calypso hot sauce.
Now go forth in peace to serve the flame.